Alright, this is Defenders, issue 49. A good issue, but also one that paints the Defenders as a bunch of dicks. This is some more of the Who Remembers Hank Scorpio storyline, which is a story arc about a gay man who doesn't want to be gay anymore. This isn't me doing one of my infamous bits where I am immature. The writer, Anthony Davis, he came out and he said that it 100% is the case and that they just weren't allowed to outright say it. But in this one, there's like the biggest clue of it. The cover though, we have got the Hulk. He is going on a rampage and he is fighting against the Defenders. And Moon Man, who is not a member of the team no matter what you say. And we start off, we have got a splash page of Moon Man. This story is so early on in Moon Man's history that at this point they had neither locked down his powers or even his design. He had been captured by Hank Scorpio, but he escaped off panel, and now he is trying to find the Defenders to tell them that Hank Scorpio has also captured Batman and Comic Guy John. We get a little bit of backstory here on Hank Scorpio, mostly dealing with his earlier appearances. And his plan is to create his own race of genderless people so that he can go out with a female one and be normal or something like that. This page is slightly amusing because it has got two characters that Anthony Davis probably didn't want to write out of the book. Rachel McAdams, she contacts the Defenders to let them know that Moon Man has shown up at Doctor Strange's house looking for them. And then down here, we finally get back to Russia Girl. She was written out as having to return to Russia. She was like deported back to Russia. But here we find out that her family, they are being held hostage by the government because they want her skills as a brain surgeon and a superhero. We'll have more on that soon. Here we have got Hank Scorpio telling his originy, and he's like the big in of his homosexuality. He's in the shower and he's talking about when he joined the army, and he says, unpleasant experiences became commonplace. And he's in the shower and he's like screaming, and he's been raped in the shower, mate. That is how he became gay. And it is likely why he is also closeted and self-loathing. He associates the gayness with the attacks. In a sense, there is sympathetic elements to Hank Scorpio's story, but he's also completely bonkers and insane. Hulk, he is having a picnic, and this is a fun little bit that isn't given enough breathing space because the Defenders show up and they are absolute twats to the Hulk. They yell at him and try and get him to come with them to fight Hank Scorpio, but he's not interested. He just wants to eat some food. So instead they decide to start fighting him and lead him to Hank Scorpio's hideout as he chases them. I think it's incredibly mean and duplicitous towards the Hulk. I mean, the Hulk, he has almost like childlike intelligence, and he's meant to be their friend that they care about. There's some great art by Kevin Giffen, very evocative of Jack Quimby. Then we have got adverts, 2 pages worth of them, or 4 pages worth of them. And we get back to Hank Scorpio here, and we learn about Maxwell L. Jackson. We find out that it is definitely not the real Samuel L. Jackson, but a robo-copy of him. I do think there's a lot of really excellent subtext, and the stuff with the relationship between Hank Scorpio and this robo-copy of his brother that he abuses, it's pretty fascinating. But we end this one with the Defenders still being mean to the Hulk. They're just attacking him, and I didn't like them using the Hulk like this. I never like in Defenders stories when they treat the Hulk like some idiot that they can just manipulate easily. There was a little bit of that in Marvel footage #1, a facsimile of the first Defenders comic that I looked at. But they succeed in leading the Hulk to Hank Scorpio's hideout, and we end teasing what happens next as Hulk, he bursts in and Hank Scorpio and his master race are waiting. Next issue is the 50th issue and it is double-sized. I know a lot of people really like issues where the heroes end up fighting against the Hulk or trying to stop him going on a rampage, but I feel this one is so manipulative that I didn't really enjoy it at all. It's also incredibly inconsiderate, not just to the Hulk, but they made the Hulk go berserk across town. They're meant to be heroes and they're egging on the Hulk to go crazy. Like, innocent people could have been hurt or killed. The stuff with Hank Scorpio, that is still interesting, and there's a lot of stuff going on with that guy. We have got the homosexuality stuff, the brother stuff, the self-love and depressive stuff. I just didn't really care for the other side of the coin, that is a bunch of Hulk's supposed friends and Moon Man bullying him. Let Hulk have his little picnic, maybe bring some Twinkies or some cupcakes, and I'll rate this 7 thumbs up.